Imagine a man so clever he stole over $500,000, vanished after every crime, and outsmarted police for 4 long years. His code name? Hollywood. What you're about to hear is the jaw-dropping true story of a criminal mastermind who played a deadly game of cat and mouse, and came dangerously close to winning. Welcome back to Red Real True Crimes, where we expose the most shocking and unbelievable true crime stories from around the world. Today's case takes you into the heart of a high-stakes manhunt, and the haunting downfall of a criminal genius. In the 1990s, the city of Seattle was plagued by a bold and calculated wave of bank robberies. The man behind them was unlike any ordinary thief. Known only as a Hollywood, he relied on elaborate disguises, military-style tactics, and flawless timing to disappear without a trace. His criminal saga began on June 25, 1992, when 2 armed men stormed Seafirst Bank's Madison branch, making off with $20,000. Though police recovered fingerprints and shoe prints, there were no leads, just confusion and questions. Then, on August 14, Hollywood struck again, this time wearing heavy makeup and a wig. He took over $80,000 and vanished just as easily. Over the next 3 months, he committed 4 more solo robberies. Each time, he wore a different mask, carried a Glock 9mm, and never left anything that could reveal his identity. By his 6th heist, he had already stolen more than $250,000. Theatrical, fearless, and extremely methodical, he earned the nickname Hollywood, but still, no one had a clue who he was. On November 24, 1993, Hollywood boldly returned to rob Seafirst's Hawthorne branch and escaped with nearly $100,000. Even with updated security like exploding die packs and silent alarms, he stayed ahead of every move. By mid-1994, the thief had successfully pulled off 10 bank robberies totaling over $600,000. He carefully cased each target in advance, choosing locations where he could blend into the background and slip away unnoticed. Surveillance yielded nothing solid, just a rough composite sketch that went nowhere. By 1995, law enforcement began to suspect that Hollywood might actually be a police officer or someone with tactical training. He moved like a pro. But despite increased surveillance and efforts to track his communications, they hit dead ends. Then came a glimmer of hope. A stolen car linked to several heists turned up, and with it came a witness and a fresh sketch. In May 1996, he robbed First Interstate Bank in Madison Park. It was his 14th known heist, and the FBI-led task force was now under tremendous pressure. They knew the clock was ticking. Then came the fateful day, November 27, 1996, the night before Thanksgiving. At 5:41 p.m., a silent alarm alerted police. Hollywood had just robbed a bank in Lake City. FBI agent Glasser and detectives Mannon and Erickson sprang into action. They quickly located the getaway car, but it was parked and cold. Hollywood had switched vehicles. As officers swept nearby streets, they spotted a white van moving suspiciously. When they attempted to stop it, the driver hit the gas and led them on a chase. When the van finally stopped, Detective Mannon stepped out, only to come face to face with a raised rifle. The weapon jammed. Gunfire erupted. FBI Special Agent Sean Johnson joined the pursuit as the van sped into a quiet residential neighborhood and eventually crashed into a front yard. Inside the van were 2 wounded men, Steve Myers and another who didn't match descriptions. Myers insisted he wasn't Hollywood. But what they found in the van told a different story: a modified guitar case, a bag full of stolen cash, a latex Hollywood-style mask, and a mini armory of weapons. But one thing was missing: the Glock 9mm. Hollywood was still out there, still armed. Tracing the suspects led authorities to the home of Scott Scurlock, now the prime suspect believed to be Hollywood. On his property, they found $23,000 in cash, the missing Glock, shoes matching robbery prints, and a full theatrical makeup setup. A photo confirmed the truth: Scott Scurlock was Hollywood. Despite a massive search operation, Scurlock had vanished again. Then came a report: someone was hiding inside a camper parked in the woods. Police and SWAT surrounded it. They fired tear gas and waited for a response. Silence. When they finally moved in, they found a lifeless body on the floor, a gun at its side. It was Scott Scurlock. Hollywood had taken his own life. His two accomplices, Mark Biggins and Steve Myers, were later sentenced to 21 years each for robbery and assault. As for Scurlock, his incredible streak of evading justice had finally come to an end. Scott Scurlock, the man known as a Hollywood, had almost pulled off the perfect criminal career. But in the end, even the most brilliant criminals fall. His story remains one of the most captivating cases of deception, danger, and the high price of greed. If this story gave you chills, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a gripping new case from Red Real True Crimes. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious.